Did you hear me? He's not a citizen. You're not a citizen. He is not a citizen of the state of Missouri according to the Constitution of the United States, and was not entitled to sue in that character in the circuit court. The Constitution of the United States recognizes slaves as property and pledges the federal government to protect it. This is law. And the Congress cannot exercise any more authority over property of that description than it may constitutionally exercise over property of any other kind. And so, on the basis of my brother being determined as property, he didn't have the right to even bring a case to the state of Missouri, even though the state of Missouri, I said Illinois before, but I meant Missouri, was a so-called free state. Now there's more. Go and look it up. I'm not going to take your time with it, but go and look it up, the Dred Scott decision, and teach your children about it.
Right.
Now, brothers and sisters, you see on the news inordinate weather. Every place you look in America, weather is bringing about the destruction of lives and the destruction of private property. Is that right?
That's right.
Tornadoes, hurricanes, snow, unusual rain, earthquakes, tearing up the country.
That's right.
Why is that happening? They call it an act of nature. They don't want to come out and say, this is God doing this. And why is God doing this? Because he's angry with America. And he intends to but deprive America of her ability to take care of the slaves that are in her possession, so that you will, and very soon, wake up and see that white folk ain't got no more help for you and for me.
That's right.
They're already letting you know ain't no jobs. Is that right, brother?
That's right.
Huh? It's hard to find a man with a job, ain't it, sis? Talk to me. You working, the man ain't. Is that right? Nah, come on, man. I'm your brother. I know what's up. I'm one of y'all. I know what's happening with us. That's a condition that's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said this 40 years ago, 80 years ago. And the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan continues to try to awaken us to that reality. You see them shoot our children down in the street. They bring the case to their brother judge and brother prosecutor, and what does the prosecutor and judge say? Justifiable homicide. We got these cell phones now that are equipped with wonderful cameras. So you see people recording the murder, recording the homicide. You see the young brother walking away from the police, and the police lying in the grand jury that the brother was attacking them. They had a gun. They threatened their life. But you see him on camera walking away. You saw Michael Brown with his hands up in the air. This was recorded, and these crackers told you, don't believe, you gonna believe me or your lying eyes.
That's right. They say.
You didn't hear me.
That's right.
This little boy this devil comes into a church in South Carolina, murders 9 black people. They come and get him. They apprehend him and then take him to Burger King because he said he was hungry.
Get him with Sam. That's right.
They didn't do that with Freddie Gray. Huh? They didn't do that with Eric Garner. They didn't do that with Sandra Bland. Huh? Then he gets out, a bail is set. They raised in a month's time, not even a month, $4 million.
That's right.
$4 million so that he can have the best representation to get away with what he has done. And don't tell me that he can't get away with it. Anytime a cracker can go before a judge after he has killed in a vehicular homicide 4 people and maimed and mangled others in that act, and then argue, I'm too rich to go.
That's right. Come on to Mexico. Come on.
And they make up a psychosis called affluenza, meaning he's too affluent to go to jail. And the judge buys it, gives him probation.
That's right.
And he absconds to Mexico and they can't bring him back.
That's right.
The mother they got back. And I guarantee you, she ain't gonna suffer either.
No.
Well, if they can argue being too rich, affluenza, then we can argue poverty or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? One white woman argued and got a lawyer. I'm too pretty to go to jail.
Yes, she did. I did tell me.
Did y'all heard about that?
Yes, sir.
Can't you see, brothers and sisters? You will never get justice under the current political, social, economic, racist framework of America. And so we must stop investing our hopes in such bankrupting enterprise and come together, we who garner $1.3 trillion out of the American economy every year. Not once in a lifetime, but every year, to take those nickels, dimes, and dollars, unite our resources, our talents, and our skills, and then demand, along with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam, we believe that we are entitled to separate in a separate state or territory of our own. It is only until and unless we decide that we have to separate that we will ever be free.
That's right. That's right.
And so I thank you, brothers and sisters, for your attention, your time,
Thank you, sir.
and your ears.
Yes, sir.
May Allah bless us to make the right decision
That's right.
so that we will not continue to consign these beautiful young brothers and sisters to another decade of slavery. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. We were a bit lengthy, brothers and sisters, and I want to thank you so much for your time and your attention. Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
Just a few announcements and then we'll be on our way. I want to thank you so much for your taking time out to come. And we want to recognize you who have taken your time out to come and to hear some of the message of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So,